All right, well, we've got the dessert covered now, but the anticipation for making the big Thanksgiving meal is building. Well, we turn to turkey expert Paul Kelly for his advice on cooking the bird.
Well, the reality is a lot of people are intimidated to cook a turkey. It's just one of those things. Well, to start us out, how do you determine how many turkeys to buy or serve your guests?
Well, pretty good rough guide is a pound a person. For if you're serving 15 people, look for a 15-pound turkey, and that should give you a little bit left over for your leftovers and your sandwiches and your soups and all those other wonderful things you can do with the turkey afterwards. About a pound a person is good.
Okay, see, that's good advice, about a pound a person. Okay, now, is there a specific method you suggest when it comes to cooking that turkey?
It's okay. Well, first of all, we've got to say there is no one right way or wrong way of cooking a turkey. There is hundreds of different ways, but you can make it as complicated as you want, or you can make it as easy as you want. Brining is the one thing. If you are buying a cheaper frozen turkey or a very cheap fresh turkey, it's good to brine it because they're killed so young. You do need to brine it to put the moisture back into it. But if you're going to get a good heritage turkey, that's going to be mature. You don't need to brine it.
Got it. See, that's important stuff. Now, do you have any steps we should all follow? And of course, keeping it simple.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, you want to take your turkey out of the fridge. I take it out the night before. Take it out first thing in the morning. So you're going to get the bird a little bit up to temperature before putting it in the hot oven. Don't stuff the bird, because if you stuff the bird, the heat can't get through it evenly and it won't cook as well. And what we do is I'd also cook it breast down for the first hour, because the fat deposits of the bird are in the back. So when it's cooking, that fat is melting down. It's going down through the bird and self-basting it. But don't stuff it. Put it in your oven, hot, breast down for the first hour. After that first hour, turn it up to brown the breast off. But I would say probably the biggest and best tip is to get a meat thermometer, because otherwise you are purely guessing. Time is just a guideline. The core temperature of the bird is what tells you absolutely whether it's cooked or not. And of course, if you get a meat thermometer, it takes all the guesswork out of it. And just by putting that meat thermometer deep into the breast of the bird, once it's getting towards the end of your recommended cooking time, will tell you if it's done. Now, the other thing is, if that meat thermometer is telling you it's at the right temperature for the recommended temperature of the bird you bought, when you take it out of the oven, I know a lot of people jump on it with sleeping bags and blankets and foil to keep it nice and hot. That's a disaster, because once it's up to temperature, you need to get the temperature out of the bird. Otherwise, it will carry on cooking, and it will definitely overcook.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Paul, something you introduced us to last year is crackling. For those that don't know what that is, how do we do this?
So shall we carve the bird now and just do that?
Yes.
Okay, right. So what you got to do is, the crackling is basically taking the skin off the breast and the thigh once you've carved it. So what I'm going to do is to carve the bird, get that wingtip off. And if you go onto our website, this carving is all done on the web, so you can easily see it. I'm cutting the leg off, and then going to go a step further, and we're going to cut the whole of the breast off. You could easily start to carve it now, but by cutting that whole lobe off, as I'll show you, you can get so many more servings out of the bird. A nice sharp knife. It's Thanksgiving, treat yourself. Really sharp knife. It makes the job so much easier. And then just follow the line of the bird, and we're going to cut the whole of the breast lobe off. Now, if I tell you this turkey's been out of the oven now for an hour and 20 minutes, and you'll probably see the steam that's still rising off the breast there. It's still piping hot, so it won't go cold. So I've carved half the bird there. This is the crackling, and this is magic. So you get the skin, you peel it off, and because this is a nice mature turkey, your average turkey is 10 or 12 weeks, your average fresh turkeys. Our Kelly Bronze are 6 months. There's lots of subcutaneous fat, so it'll peel off easily. You get that skin, you put it in the bottom of a baking tray, and then you've got the leg here. You pull that skin off, and you put that in the bottom of the baking tray. You season it with salt and pepper, pop it back in the oven at the same temperature as you have, 350, I think it is, in Fahrenheit. We work in centigrade. About 350. Then 20 minutes later, you should be able to pick that skin up with a knife, and it'll be nice and flat, and you have the perfect turkey crackling that you can serve to everyone so that everyone gets a little bit.
I love it. Well, Paul, thank you so much for all your wonderful tips today. It was so good to see you.
That's an absolute pleasure. Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks again for having me on the show.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Love Paul. And if you would like more tips and tricks from Paul, head to kellybronze.com.